Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Uyanda Talks Chelsea. Now, for some of you who know me, you will know that my first name is not Uyanda, and I want to explain exactly why I'm using my second name right from the beginning. So, the phrase Up the Chelsea has the acronym UTC. Uyanda Talks Chelsea has the acronym UTC. Hence, my use of my second name and not my first name for the channel. So I just want to clear that up real quick. And then the goal of this channel is to be a positive voice within the Chelsea fan base. And when I say positive voice, I'm not saying that other creators in the space are a negative voice, but what I feel like we have a problem with in the Chelsea fan base is that when we're going through difficult times, the men then become, how can I say this? They become overly negative, right? They're negative when they don't have to be negative. They don't see any positives. When things go wrong at Chelsea Football Club, the fan base doesn't see any positives. They're just looking at the negatives, you know? And I'm tired of that. I'm really, really tired of that. Hence, I've created this channel in order to bring a positive point of view, even in difficult times. Because ultimately, if performances from players are not good enough, performances from coaching staff is not good enough, performance from the owners is not good enough, performance from medical team is not good enough, that needs to be spoken about, needs to be discussed, right? And we just need to, how can I say this? It needs to be addressed, we can't just keep quiet about it and not say anything, right? But at the same time, even when we're struggling, when players have poor performances, when the coach, Graham Potter, he makes a few mistakes, we also need to see what are the positives. We can't just look at the negatives only, because that doesn't tell you the whole story. Also need to look at the positives. Hence, I've created this channel. Now I'd like to preview our game. Tomorrow Chelsea will play Fulham at the Bridge, 10 o'clock in my country, South Africa, and 8 o'clock in the UK. So I'm gonna get into the lineup, and I'm gonna speak to you about how I think the game could go, and how I'd like it to go. So in goal, I'd play Kepa, 100% play Kepa, because with Mendy the thing is, when was the last time he played, right? That's one thing to consider. Another thing to consider is Mendy is not as good as distribution. He's not good. He's not so great at distributing possession, right? Whereas Kepa, on the other hand, he's way better. Mendy is mistake prone when it comes to distributing possession, and that could put us in a few sticky situations, which we really don't want to be in. So, yeah, for that reason, I'm playing Kepa. Since last season, the Carabao Cup, the performance that he put in, I saw that Kepa has a new lease on life. Thomas Tuchel gave him a new lease of life, right, by playing him in the Carabao Cup. Because before that, Kepa had been, how can I say this nicely? He was kind of like an outcast. People are wondering, how is this man still at the club? Yes, he's a decent keeper, but his time at Chelsea has been unsuccessful and all of that. And last year in the Carabao Cup, the run that he went on in terms of form was fantastic for me. I really love to see it. And this season, when he's gotten his opportunity, right, to play in the Prem, he has shown that he's good. Yes, he has a mistake in him, and examples of those mistakes are him not claiming a cross, right, against Man City at the Bridge when we played them and lost 1-0. Grealish put the ball across, and Kepa seemed like he wanted to come for it, then he didn't come for it, and then at the end of the day, Mahrez tucked the ball away. Then against Fulham, when we played them, the ball came into the box. Vinicius, their front man, one of their front men, got in between the central defenders, headed the ball, and it went into the back of the net. And in terms of that specific instance, Kepa is at fault because he was caught in no man's land. It's like he wanted to claim the cross, but he didn't. So he does have a mistake in him, but he's a good goalkeeper. He has shown that. His performance against Palace has shown that. Recently against Liverpool, he was quite decent, and he's been good this season when he has had the chance to play. So I'm playing him. As for left back, right, Ben Chilwell is back, as confirmed by Graham Potter in his pre-match press conference. but I'm not going to play Chile. I would not play Chile. Maybe I'll play him 10 minutes, but 10, 15 minutes, but nothing more than that, because I don't want to rush him back and then he's injured again, because that would be his third injury in a row at Chelsea, and nobody wants that. So I don't think he should start. You know what I'm saying? Just give him 15 minutes. Give him a chance to shake off the cobwebs, and yeah. And then another option at left back is, of course, young Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall he's fantastic at attacking, right? To put it simply, he's fantastic at it. But the problem with Lewis Hall playing left back, or even in midfield as he did against Liverpool, the one thing that he does wrong is he gives the ball away a bit easily, right? And he's not as defensively sound as he quite needs to be. But that's understandable because he's only 18 years old. He's young. He still needs to get more experience, so he will make those kind of mistakes. So let's not play him for this game. 3 points would be very nice in this game. So that leaves us with Marco Correa. And with Cuckoo, people have not so nice things to say. They will say things like, he's not Chelsea level, he's not worth 60 million pounds, Chelsea wasted their money, and just saying all kinds of negative things about him. Jamie Carragher saying he can't defend and all of this nonsense, right? But what I see in Kukurea is a player who has struggled, right? But he has good attributes. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, he's quite decent. Defensively, he can do a good job for you. And I'm not the type of person who just sees a player have a few difficult who has a few difficult times in their Chelsea career and write them off and say, this player is bad. No, 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 no. I give players chances, chance after chance after chance. And I've seen good things in Kukurea. I've seen things that are a little bit suspect that he needs to fix up on, but he's a good player, so he needs to play. So he plays at left back. Left centre back, Benoit Badiashile, and right centre back, Thiago Silva. Now, I wasn't able to watch the Palace game, right? But I was able to watch the Liverpool game. And in that game, Thiago Silva and Badiashile, they they coped well with Liverpool's attack. I felt that Badiashile, even though he's new to the league, right, having just recently played in France in Liga, he was quite composed, and I like that. And he's in the position he gets himself into the right positions at the right times, and overall defensively solid. I'm happy with him. So he plays at left centre back. Right centre back will have to be Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva is fantastic. He's fantastic. Because he isn't the fastest centre back in the world, right? He's kind of slow actually, but his positioning is top tier. It's immaculate. The way he reads the game is fantastic. When he receives the ball, right, and he's picking out diagonals, finding players, being a creative player, right, as a ball playing centre half that he is. I respect that. So he plays for me. Right back, see, we could play Aspi. That is an option, right? But nah, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that because this man's legs are dead. He is a good player, but he can't be playing 90 minutes anymore. Maybe a young half an hour here and there, but 90 minutes is too much for this man. Nah, it's way too much. Then another option, Reece James, right? Reece James is available, right? Graham Potter has confirmed this, but I would only play him 10-15 minutes. Maybe 10-15 minutes, similar to Chilwell, because what happened against Nottingham Forest? We rushed him back from an injury and then he got injured again. Instantly. Not even after a few days he was injured. After a few weeks he was injured again. No, like immediately. On the day that we made that bad decision to rush him back, he was injured again. So let's not do that. Let's play Chalobah at right back. Against Liverpool, when I saw him at right back, I saw a defensively solid player. Although going forward he's not really going to give us that much, it is what it is. He's going to do a job for us defensively, and that's the most important thing. Some of the other players can worry about the attacking aspect of things. Chalobah just needs to put in a solid defensive performance tomorrow against Fulham. Then I am going to play a DM, right? And this DM is known as Enzo Fernandez, right? Now, I know he's recently just signed. Paperwork hasn't even been cleared yet, but I'm hoping that it will be and that he'll get the chance to play. And if he does get the chance to play, I would play him as a 6 tomorrow, right? So I would go with a 4-1-4-1-2-3, right? And he would be the 1, right? And the reason I'm doing this is because he has experience playing as a number 8 and as a number 6, right? And then there's a small issue that both our warrior, Mateo Kovacic, and Dennis Zakaria, our octopus, he wins the ball back fantastically well. They're both injured. So it's like, who do you play as a defensive midfielder? Gallagher? No ways. Mount? No ways. Chukwemeka? I wouldn't do that. Lewis Hall? No, he gives the ball away easily. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he's available as well, but he's just come back from injury, so not him. Who else is there after that? Jorginho's gone to Arsenal, which it's a mixed bag for me. I'm happy in a sense because his contract was running down and we weren't going to get anything for him if he left in the summer. Whereas now we're in a better situation. We've got some money for him. So that's good. But what we're going to be missing is a player who wasn't solid defensively. He would try defensively, but he wasn't very good at it. But he could pass a ball really well. Really, really well. So we're going to miss that. And yeah, when you look at our midfield options and you consider that some people can't play that position and whatnot, Enzo Fernandez has to play there for me tomorrow as our 6. Then the 2 8s in front of him, I'm going with Martin Gallagher. The reason I'm playing Gallagher is because this man is tenacious. This man will give everything for the team. He specializes in pressing from the front. That's what he does. That's his bread and butter. And not only does he press, because if you press, that's good and all, but it's better if you press and win the ball, and that's what he does. So that's why I'm playing him. I don't expect so much from him in terms of creating chances and all of that. What I expect from him is 100% effort levels, right? In terms of winning the ball back high up the pitch, right? And not just high up the pitch, even in our own defensive half, winning the ball back, helping out defensively. That's what I expect from him. I expect him to help out Fernandez with his defensive duties and also win the ball back high for us in order for us to potentially create opportunities. As for Mason Mount is similar to Gallagher in the sense that he runs a lot. He will put in a lot of effort, right? And he can help win back the ball. In terms of his creative ability, Mount is on and off. I won't lie. Mount is on and off. Because sometimes you have these games where he picks out a fantastic pass. He had good vision in this situation, that situation, and so on. Other times, creatively, he doesn't do anything. So, yeah, it is what it is. He still has to play regardless, because who else are you going to play? Then, for the front 3, this is going to be a bit surprising, I think. Okay, not the left wing position. Left wing position, I'm playing Mikhailo Mudryk. Against Liverpool, we saw a few good moments from him, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of the same. And I don't just want to see good moments. What I want to see from him is impact, whether that's causing trouble for Fulham on the wing, getting into positions to set up goals for others, or even getting into positions to score goals himself. That's what I want from him tomorrow and going forward. So I play him. Then right wing, right? Oh wait, another reason I play Mudryk is because both Pulisic is still out. Sterling is available, but again, you don't want to rush a player back from injury. So yeah, Mudryk plays for me. On the right wing, see, you could play Ziyech, right? Because that's his position. He's used to it. He's a good player. But I'm not playing him. I'm playing Noni Madueke. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah, I'm playing Noni Madueke because I feel like Ziyech will be very upset where he is right now, right? Graham Potter said something like he's a professional player and he's committed to us and all of that, but maybe he's professional, cool, but committed to us, I'm not so sure about that. The reason I say that is because my man was about to go to PSG, right? Until Chelsea messed things up with the documents and all of that. So now imagine if you're Ziyech, right? You understand that you're going to PSG, right? And that's a plan, and that's what you're expecting. And then Chelsea messed things up with the documents that they need to send PSG and all of this stuff, and then you don't go and the deal collapses. You're obviously going to be upset because it's like, I'm not getting as much game time as I need at this football club. Maybe I'll get some more at this other football club. I want to go there, have the experience of playing there, all of that. And then all of a sudden, your current employers kind of collapse the deal with their silly errors. So he won't be really happy with us right now. And as such, I don't think he can give us the best performance. I won't lie. I think he'll just be thinking, why am I still here? Why am I still here? So yeah, I wouldn't play him. I don't think he would be committed as much as Noni Madueke would be making his Chelsea debut at the bridge, no less. So yeah, he plays for me. I don't know much about him, but I know he's a right winger. So hey, man, play him. Um, as for our strike position, I'm gonna go with Kai Havertz because the thing with Oba is, I feel like he could really do a job for us, but clearly Graham Potter is not into him. He's clearly not into him. So that I don't think it makes sense to predict that he will play. Um, then David Dacho Fofana, I haven't gotten an opportunity to see him yet because when we were thrashed 4-0 by City, I wasn't able to watch. But if I'm not mistaken, that's been his only Chelsea involvement, and he hasn't got any other game time other than that. So again, it's a situation of this man has not played. So how can I now say now he must play against Fulham? It doesn't make any sense. So that leaves us with Kai Havertz because Armando Broja is injured. João Felix is suspended. I think this is the last game that he will miss, and then he'll be back after this. So that's fantastic. In terms of Kai Havertz, the thing is, Kai can be so annoying because he's inconsistent. Sometimes he's bad, sometimes he's amazing, and you just don't know how to feel about him. But one thing you can say is that he does actually put in effort, pressing from the front, trying to win the ball back, all these things. He makes a concerted effort to do those things. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that Broja is injured. Potter doesn't fancy Aubameyang. He doesn't fancy Fofana right now. Felix is suspended. What else are we gonna do? So yeah, that's my Chelsea lineup. In terms of how the game will go, who knows? Who knows? Depends on the Chelsea that shows up. We either could show up at the bridge and because we're playing at home, be invigorated by the home support and go out there and play fantastic football and get a young 2-0 win. Or we could be that Chelsea that has a lot of the ball, doesn't do much with it, doesn't take advantage of any chances that we manage to create, and then we get punished by a break on the counter. So yeah. I don't know which Chelsea will show up, but I would predict a good performance because we'll be playing at the bridge. And I'm gonna be humble with the score prediction and say 1-0. So yeah. Up the Chelsea. I hope that we get the 3 points tomorrow. And yeah. See you later, guys.